This is Ada. Like many modern cats, she loves to play on the computer, though sometimes her logic leaves something to be desired. Take this for example. I found it on the computer last week. Now, when I talked to Ada about it, I tried to be gentle. I told her I liked the color scheme and I found it really artistic, but MS Paint was really the wrong application for this. It was hard to align the columns, impossible to edit. I mean, I told her, Ada, you may as well be using paper. Now, Ada's a sensitive creature, and she didn't take my criticism well. So I pointed out that people with a lot more experience than her made some pretty strange calls too. I told her that lots of people where I work actually try to manage information in PowerPoint. Ada thought that was pretty funny. That night, I put Ada's data in a spreadsheet, and the next day I showed her the benefits of using Excel to manage this kind of information. The first thing I pointed out was that I was able to preserve her color scheme, but that the alignment was much better. Ada pointed out that some of the columns were the wrong width, but I said that was easily fixed, with a few double clicks. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Next, I showed Ada the spell check feature in Excel. It's easily accessed by clicking on the little ABC button, or by pressing on F7. Ada thought that was pretty cool, but she pointed out that so far she hadn't seen anything that she couldn't do in PowerPoint. It was a good point. She's a smart kitten. And so next I decided to show her some of the real advantages of Excel for managing data. I added a new column of data. That was something I could do in PowerPoint too, but it would have required a bit more reformatting. Ada was still not impressed. But then I did something that really impressed her. I showed her that I could calculate the age of all her friends with a simple formula. Then, once I'd calculated the age for one friend, I could copy the formula all the way down the table. Ada thought that was pretty cool. After some quick reformatting, I showed Ada that it was really easy to sort the data in a lot of different ways. All she had to do was select a column, for example the name column, and then click on the A to Z button to sort things in ascending order, or the Z to A button to sort things in descending order. I could pick any column, and if I picked a numerical one, I could do the same thing. Ada was quick to point out that I was her oldest friend. Next, I decided to show Ada how easy it would be to present this information to her friends. I created a new PowerPoint presentation and titled a slide My Friends. Then I clicked on Insert, Object, Create from File. I used the Browse function to find the Excel file we had just made together. Selected Link, and then OK. And the table that she just made was in the presentation. It was a bit small, so I right-clicked on it and selected the Format option. Then I went to Size and resized it so it would fit nicely in the page. Then I just had to use the arrow keys to center everything. And there was her table, ready for a presentation. That night, as I fell asleep, I heard the sound of Ada typing in the next room, and I couldn't wait to see what she would show me in the morning. What she showed me was this, a revised version of her spreadsheet with more friends added. She was pretty proud of what she'd done, and rightly so, and was about to make a PowerPoint presentation with the new chart. I told her she didn't have to. I opened up PowerPoint, and then I opened the file that we'd been using the day before. When I got the dialog, I selected Update Links. And the table was updated in the presentation automatically. Again, I had to resize it by selecting Format Object and changing the width to something that would fill the screen. And I had to move the table around with the arrow keys. But with just a few clicks, the presentation was ready. That afternoon, Ado had a cat nap, and she dreamt of all the things she'd learned. She slept very soundly.